Hey folks, here we are once again here in our Homer City location here, Hankster's Hot Rods. We are going to go over our newest addition to our inventory. Today we have yet another one of those 1979 Dodge Little Red Expresses. Again, these trucks, once we get them in, they never stay around very long. They're very popular with the Mopar guys out there, somebody looking for a classic truck. Pretty much all because of the look of this truck with it having those stacks on it for the exhaust. It was a unique truck for back in its time frame there. But again, we have ours sitting here right now. Ours is done, obviously, in the red exterior. Now the paint on this vehicle as we walk around, again, I'm not sure how well the video and photos all show it. I do want to point out though that it is showing a little bit of its age, but yet overall condition-wise is in really good shape. The red paint's nice and shiny all the way around. You obviously, with the Little Red Express, you do have your gold trim package here as far as all of your decals, your wheel well molding decals here. Obviously the truck's built on the Adventurer 150 platform. That's why you see the badging here on the front fenders. You also have the Little Red Express door decals. And then again, you have obviously your wood for on the bed, not only just on the side, but inside. We'll check that out here in a moment. And again, you've got the striping up around your rear fender wells as well. As far as the panel fitment and alignment on this vehicle, the door gaps, both to the front side and the back side, are in really good shape on this truck here. Elevations are dead on with the rear of the cab and the front fenders there. Up along the top here, all of our bright work, our trim here, all in good shape. You can see there's no dents or dings, polished up really nice here. I also always run my finger through there to check for any bumps or anything. And again, it's nice and smooth all the way through there. The glass is in great shape. Again, there's no chips or cracks in any of the glass. All of our moldings around the glass here, all in great shape. Mirrors too, we've got both the driver's side and the passenger side. As you can see, the chrome on these are in really good shape. The glass is in good condition too as well. Even the door handles, the chrome on those are in really good shape as well. Let's go ahead and open our door up. Take a look at the interior, which the interior in this car is really nice. All black interior, obviously. You do have a little bit of that wood grain trim along the bottom edge of the dash there. Speaking of the dash, all original dash here, all of the factory style gauges, and to the best of my knowledge from when I was running this truck, all of that does work. Now you will see it does have the radio in it, complete with the CB. I'm not sure if the CB works. I know it powers up, but obviously we haven't tried to make any calls out on the CB or anything like that. The steering column, that's all factory. Again, you've got the column shift there. Transmission shifts nice. Obviously the upholstery, you can see that. No rips or tears in the seat upholstery. No rips, tears, or fading in the carpeting either. All of that looks good. Also, we always look at all of our weather stripping and seals around the door here and the windows. And again, all of that. There's no rips or tears in any of it. Nice and soft all the way around. It seals up very nice. And you do have all of your tags here on the door that you should have, like your serial number tags, has the VIN number and so forth like that. And again, you've got all of your weights and so forth on your sticker down below that. Door panel itself is in good shape. No cracks in any of that, the armrests or anything like that. And again, the paint on the inside of the door there looks good too. We'll close this up. Again, door shuts nice and solid there. Again, fits nice and tight there because everything's all adjusted really well. Again, that iconic look here of this truck with the stacks here. Again, you can see how well these polished up here. Real nice finish on these stacks. Even the step here that they come through is in great shape. Of course, you have your gas fill right there. And again, your tank is the stock tank. We'll show you that from the underside. As far as wheels and tires go, obviously you can see these are the chrome chrome steel slot style wheels. These were the look for this truck back in the day, and the wheels look in good shape. Tires, Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s, 275/60 R15s, all the way around this truck on all four corners. As we come around to the back side of the truck here, again, you're going to see more of that wood trim here on the back side of the bed. You've got the little red truck here, decals on the tailgate. Of course, your tailgate is tethered here, so you got the chains here with the protective rubber boots on those. The rear bumper is in good shape too. The chrome finish still in good shape, shines up really nice. Your tail lights there, the lenses on both of those, no chips or cracks in either one of those. Now I'll go ahead and undo our tethers here for us, and then we'll put the tailgate down there for you as well. That way you get to see the overall condition of everything. So just bear with me as I undo our tether, and then we'll just nice and easy lower this down. Now again, because it's not hooked to anything, I'm going to hold up on it. But again, inside your bed here, the bed sides are in good shape. Not too many dents or dings in it. As far as the wood in there, in fairly good shape. Of course, your slats here are all painted red. Got the carriage bolts all the way through there. Like I said, all of that. Again, these beds aren't really used for much. And probably shouldn't be. I mean, again, you know, anything you'd put back here, you'd want to make sure it was protected, so that it didn't ruin, number one, what you're hauling, and number two, what you're hauling it in. So we'll go ahead and get these fixed up here so they lay as they should. There we go. And then onwards to the passenger side. So again, pretty much all the same stuff here. So again, you've got your wood trim here on the sides of the bed. Again, this is in really good shape on the outside here. Again, looks like it's been protected well over the years. Again, all of your matching striping. We've already went over the wheels and the tire combination on the truck. Again, now you get to see the condition of the stack over here on the passenger side. And again, your step over here where those come up through. As far as the passenger side door, again, you'll see the gaps on both the back side and the front side. Pretty uniform there. Again, your chrome finish on the door handles, no pitting whatsoever there. All of your trim work, the bright work here on your rain gutters, the drip rail moldings, those are all in good shape. And again, nice and smooth up through there. Glass over on this side, again, no chips or cracks, and our moldings and trim on all of our windows in great shape also. Again, that matching mirror, again, the chrome is in great condition. Glass, no cracks in any of that. Let's open our door up. That way you get to see it now from the passenger side, I should say. Again, the dash is in great shape. All factory instrumentation, like I mentioned earlier. Now you get to see the carpeting also from this side. Again, no rips, tears, or fading. Same thing for the upholstery on this truck. All the seat belts are present also for this vehicle. And again, all the seals and weather stripping over on this side are all in great condition as well. Same thing with the door panel, no cracks or anything in your armrest over here. Again, that's just an area where you would see a lot of wear and tear. And on this truck, it looks to be in great shape. You do have the speakers there in the bottom corner of the door as well. Closes up nice and easy, just like the other side did. Again, the matching door decals there, the Adventurer 150, fender mounted antenna, and again, all of your matching striping here from the other side. As we come around the front end of the truck here, of course, you've got those stacked headlights that the Dodge had back in '79 there. And again, these are just your traditional sealed beam units, glass lenses, no chips or cracks, anything like that in any of those lenses. Your grill's in really good condition. Might have a little ding here. That looks to be about it though. And then the front bumper is in great shape. The chrome's nicely polished up on that front bumper. Of course, you've got the Dodge here on the front of your hood. The hood itself, that's your factory steel hood. All your gaps around the hood look to be in really good condition here, and you know, very uniform all the way around. As far as your windshield goes, no chips or cracks in that windshield. All of your bright work, the trim molding around it, all fastened down as it should be. Nice set of windshield wiper arms, along with a good set of wiper blades in case you get stuck out in the rain. What I'm going to do now is pop the hood here. It does have a hood release inside, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the engine and the rest of the driveline. So as you can see, the hood popper from inside does in fact work. We're going to go ahead and open the hood up. And as we raise that hood up, you'll see that the underside of the hood is done in the red, same red as the exterior of the truck. You do have all of your labels and decals underneath here. So things such as like your, looks like emissions hose diagrams. You've got some parts codes and so forth up there in that section of the hood. As far as the inside of the engine compartment, obviously you've got the red inner fenders here. The engine itself, this is in fact a 360 cubic inch Mopar engine. I cannot say that it is numbers match. We did not find any kind of a VIN number on it, but according to the casting and according to the date code on the engine, it is date correct 360 cubic inch Mopar. As you can see, it does have the correct air cleaner assembly on it with all of your tubing all present. It does have an Edelbrock AVS 4-barrel carburetor on it as well, and that does in fact have an electric choke on it. As far as the ignition goes, it looks like it's got an Accel distributor and an Accel super stock coil on it. That's just going to provide for a little bit better spark. The carburetor obviously a little bit better fuel delivery also. It does have the cast intake on it. Nice set of chrome valve covers on it there also. Looks like an updated set of plug wires there. I'm going to say those are probably, I'm not sure, I can't see a size on them. More likely they're either a 7.5 or an 8, maybe an 8.5 millimeter wire. They look to be a little thicker though to me, but they look to be good wires there. Of course, we've got the stock cast exhaust manifolds on there, and that does empty out into the dual exhaust and then out those stacks there as we see on this truck. Now this is a power steering vehicle. It also has power brakes on it as well, and those brakes were disc up front and drums in the rear, all complete with the emergency brake. Stock style radiator here with the shroud and the fan here also. Again, that's going to help keep things nice and cool for you whenever you're out cruising around in a truck like this. Now, as far as the remainder of the driveline on this truck, we do have the 727 Torqueflite automatic transmission. It does also have the posi rear end for the Mopar. That's the shore grip rear end in it there. Again, all of our options and so forth for this truck, depending on where you're viewing this video from, you can always go to our website, www.hanksters.com, and check out. There's going to be upwards of 100 photos of the vehicle on there, everything from the outside to inside to the underside, all the options like I said. You're also going to find there our retail pricing, and our retail pricing is always going to include enclosed shipping to anywhere within the 48 contiguous states of the United States of America. What it also includes is our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. And what that entails is anything within the first 3 months or 3,000 miles upon owning this vehicle, if anything were to go wrong, internally lubricated items on the engine, transmission, and rear end, just give us a call and we'll be more than happy to walk you through that warranty process. Also, if there's things that you're maybe thinking about adding to maybe this vehicle or maybe another one that we have, just feel free to reach out to us by phone, email, or text message. Let us know exactly what that is that you're looking to have added. We'll be more than happy to go to work for you and get you pricing on parts and labor to have that installed, and helping to make your next classic car purchase a lot easier for you. With that said, what we'll do now is we'll give us just a moment here to close everything up. We'll get this on our lift, do the underside video for you next to show you exactly what that underside looks like. And it looks really good underneath here. And then finally, we'll fire that engine up so you get to hear what that motor sounds like going through that exhaust. Hey folks, so here we are once again back in our shop area here with the truck here up on our lift so that we can go through this underside here on this 1979 Dodge Little Red Express here and go over exactly what we see underneath here. All the components here as far as your drive line, all the running gears, suspension, steering, braking, and of course we're going to go over the frame and floors and exhaust system too. So starting at the front here, of course I'm going to look up and obviously I see that we've got a stock style radiator in there with the shroud. Again, all of this stuff we've already gone over with our walk around. But as far as all the cross members and so forth on the vehicle here, so your very frontmost cross member here where your strut rods and everything all mount off of, that is nice and straight. The strut rods themselves, your bushings back here at your lower control arms, as well as the bushings up here at that front cross member, those are all in good shape. Of course, we can see that our Little Red Express here has the sway bar on it. And again, all your bushings at the frame, as well as back here at your end here, those are all in really good condition as far as those bushings go. Steering on this truck, it is a power steering car, so we always kind of go over looking at things like the drag length, all your tie rods, the tie rod ends, pitman arm. We check all of that stuff out. It's going over, made sure that it's been greased up, make sure that it's all roadworthy stuff, and all of it is just that. It is in good condition. Your main cross member here, you can see that nice and straight. Doesn't look like it's ever been banged on anything. Of course, it shouldn't be. Again, these trucks sit up higher, and these aren't really an off-road vehicle. They're a classic truck that you want to save and preserve. As far as all of your control arms, upper and lowers, everything is in all good shape here. Bushings at all of your mounting points are all in good shape. Ball joints, same thing, all been checked out and are all good. Shocks and springs are all in good condition too on the front end of the truck here. Braking system, it's power brakes. It is disc up front, just your traditional stuff here for your Mopar, for your Little Red Express. Of course, it is drums on the back. We'll see that a little bit later here as we get to the rear of the vehicle. And the e-brake, it's all plumbed up, all hooked up and all functional. As we look at our drive line here, starting with the engine here, again, we've already been through this, but it is the 360 Mopar engine here. I'm looking at things like our oil pan, the gasket around there, your drain bolt, all of that looks nice and dry, free from any leaks or drips. All of your lines from your radiator, your tranny cooler per se, all the way back to your transmission are nice and dry. The transmission, that 727 Torqueflite, the pan all the way around, nice and dry on that. Of course, it's got the cover on the front there to protect that flywheel. And then the other things we check as far as the transmission goes would be, of course, your transmission cross member. It's nice and straight, all bolted in, nice and solid. The actual transmission mount itself is in good shape. And again, the output shaft seal here where your drive shaft fits into, that is all dry also. The exhaust, obviously we can see that very plain as day underneath here. Starts up here at our engine here with the manifolds, comes all the way back. And again, this is going to be kind of your typical exhaust for the Little Red Express. You can see that large crossover pipe here. This does have the stacks on it, remember. So again, it's going to come out here. You've got the dual Thrush mufflers here. And then of course it's going to poke up through here at the sides with those stacks on it. Now, as far as the frame and the floors here, all of which we can see pretty plainly underneath here, nice and straight on those frame rails. The floor itself looks to be all in good shape. I don't see any patching or anything like that. You can see all of your stamping lines in all of the floors, even all the way out to the rockers here. Your pinch welds, nice and straight all the way down on both sides, as well as your rocker panels. Those are all good and solid also. also on the truck. As I mentioned, you've got all of your emergency brake cables all hooked up. Those run right along the frame rail here all the way to the back and are hooked up and functional, like I said. All of your fuel lines and brake lines, same thing. We've checked those out for any leaks or anything all the way down the run. And again, no leaks or drips on any of that stuff. Drive shaft, all painted up underneath here. It is a balanced drive shaft. It's weighted, so that's going to help eliminate any kind of drive line vibrations you might have. And then just to finish out the drive line on the vehicle, you've got that 9¼ inch Mopar rear here with the 350 gear, and that is the posi rear, which I know Mopar doesn't use posi, but again, that is the style rear differential that's in it. As far as the truck bed itself, the wood slats and so forth in the bed, those are all in pretty good shape here. There's really no rot or anything underneath here. They look really good shape. All of the hardware mounting all of that stuff is in really good condition too. As we come around the backside, you'll see the rear differential cover here, nice and dry. It's a chrome diff cover there in really good condition also. As far as the rear suspension goes, multi-leaf rear suspension, got a set of good shocks back here as well. All of our brake lines here, all of that is nice and dry. Now as far as the wheels and tires, again, we've kind of seen those obviously from the outside walk around video, but they are the aluminum, well, they're the slot style wheels, not aluminum. They're a chrome steel slot style wheel, 15 inch. That's what the little reds came with. And then the tires on here obviously are the Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s. Those are going to be a 275/60 R15 size. Tread on those are all in really good condition too. Of course, you can see it does have the spare tire mounted up underneath. Chrome rear bumper there as well. The only thing I think I failed to mention was the fuel tank itself. It's right here, all in good shape, nice and dry. All of your mounting hardware, the straps and so forth, all in good condition on this vehicle. That is pretty much it for the underneath of our 79 Little Red Express. So what we'll do next is get this down off the lift, go underneath the hood, fire that 360 Mopar engine up, and let you hear exactly what that motor, along with that exhaust with the dual stacks, all sound like.